teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a...
He's going to go for a big one. And this is high and at the 20-yard line. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Bring in the heat. Safe completion on the screen. Gets out of bounds after the big game, and they've got him first and goal.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback getting a rhythm, run a screen play, get into a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
The Vols have it in scoring position on first and goal.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Alabama's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you can make the argument it was even more than family. It was like them being there as a friend who sticks closer than a brother.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked at the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison. Honestly, if you put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not...
And the ball comes out on a disastrous play. And the defense got it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to break it out. Great job by the defense. Get the sack, get the fall.
The jet sweep pass. That's the way to finish a drive and put up points. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Wisconsin dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
I love the quick decision that he made there on that RPO. Knowing he wanted to get away with Saints fast. He just needs to make it more accurate for him moving forward.
Shotgun snap on third down. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. So here is the Tennessee offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. season and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely...
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And how about that on third down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield. He's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. Third down, money down. You figured they might probably get him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback may change this route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got his man on the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Laps here in week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and their defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 30-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Not enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Might as well give it to him again. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get there.
Away from the defender. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Receive downfield offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Leaves it with the back. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Back's going for the goal line. And he rolls out of the house. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Got him downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him wide open. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that complete.
First throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we can do and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football. And I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward with this defense. More than ready for the quarterback sneak.
I think it's a play call. That just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial in QB sneak to pick up that 1st down. Now you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And they can't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his 1st incompletion of the game.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Vols will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
All the way down to the 47-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back sweep right in behind them.
And the ball's back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Pulls and throws on the RPO. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quick release on the RPO. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. The Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bama!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around. And he's human. He finally missed.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Leaves it with the back. Nice run to the good yardage. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Cooler 18. Here we go.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like they're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Volunteers will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Offense in a bunch formation. He wants to start this drive with a pass. A strike downfield. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
This tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Going to swing it on second down. Complete on the comeback. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Power football with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive. The offense is really...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it a
lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice.
He's taking the shot. He's got it down the left. Open space. And once he found open space, the band lineup will start playing. Football time in Tennessee is all big orange right now as the Vols have built a big lead.
And you can hear the Tennessee fans, and they're yelling Rocky Top at the top of their lungs. Tennessee's got it going. Jesse, later in the game, second half, this is right where they wanted to be.
I just think momentum's a real thing, and they've been able to ride that momentum here in the second half. When plays have presented themselves, they've taken advantage of those opportunities, and that's why Rocky Top is pulling away.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced.
No way to go, and the ball is loose. Cover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football offense. Very lucky to get that football.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this. Now on the scoreboard.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try the middle. There he goes. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. A little screen to the running back. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. That's exactly what they're doing now. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, he puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He's got it on the run. And they add 6 more before that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. They knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's and
sacked at the 12.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Reads it, fires complete. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down.
a lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, you can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense
knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. Got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. They got to keep that up here in the second half.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. Looking downfield, it's Hall. Quickly complete.
As the offense, you want to get the ball to your playmakers. And decision, let him make a guy miss, but not with that kind of defense. They were all over it right away. No third down conversion for you.
They booted away on fourth down. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. So here is the Tennessee offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Let's go! Let's go! Keep it moving!
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The give on the inside. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He now has 85 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The balls are rolling down the field. He's got it on the right. Look at that. Tom is just running through everybody. And they take it in for 6 more points. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Hall. Fires to the tight end. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline, if you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play to lead the clock.
And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Just keep slinging it. Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The give as they work on that clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Gives it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Vols line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Volunteers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.